G'day everyone, this is Scott and I'm doing a review on the iPad Pro 2018 model, also comparing it to my 2017 model. So I've got the 3rd gen and the 2nd gen iPad Pro in the 12.9 inch size. This is the one on the left is obviously my 2017 model iPad Pro, which I've had for over 14 months now, closer to 15 months. Still in very good condition. Still works great. Battery on it's still good. It's but obviously bigger than the new 3rd gen. Different shape. It's got a camera bump on it now, and that's not a worry once you put the cover on it. But the physical size of it and the thinness of it is pretty amazing. That you've got all that power and that size, and you've still got a 12.9 inch screen to do your artwork on, because this is what I use these devices for artwork. So you can see here the size. Once you get rid of those end bezels and the home button, it's really shrunk it down, so it's way more comfortable to carry around. And with the Apple Pencil, it's a lot different too. You've got a matte finish on it. It's not glossy anymore. It's a little bit shorter, and I actually found it's got a better balance in the hand while you're drawing. And in the warmer climates, that glossy finish used to slip around in my hand, and I had to put a pen grip on it because it was just a bit difficult. Both the screens are still very fast, 120 Hertz. So, and the colors look great on the new one as well. Here I actually purchased one of the Apple Folio cases, and it's a lot better than the the 2nd gen iPad Pro I bought, because I had to buy a different case for the back, and then it was just an insert for the front. This one encases the back and the front, so it's just like a little folio. It's not much bigger than I suppose an A4 notebook that you'd carry around. So yeah, it's pretty smart. And then obviously the pen clips onto the magnetic side of the iPad Pro. It's only on the one side, and yeah, it's way easier. And with the 2018 iPad Pro, we also have Face ID rather than, because now the home button's gone. It works most of the time pretty well. The only problem is if you're holding a landscape like this, the camera is just there. So if I go to unlock it, see, camera covered, and I have an arrow, letting you know that the camera is obscured. Then it unlocks. Also, when it is locked, you just tap it with your pencil and it'll bring up the Notes app, so you can write or draw straight away. But it's actually, the device isn't properly unlocked yet, so you have to swipe it, then unlock it. I'll just go over the Apple Pencil. Here we got switch between current tool and eraser, which is in the Notes app. I can show you. And I haven't found yet that I have an issue with accidentally doing double taps, because I don't tend to move my fingers that much while I'm drawing. It's more my arm. So you can also switch between current tool and last. So if I was using pencil and then the marker instead of tapping between them. I can just double tap. Okay, we'll go into looking at the art programs. Now you can use the double tap in Procreate. They've got it set up where you can use the default settings that I showed before, or we can go into settings, gesture control panel, and then pick which one suits your workflow. For my workflow, I like having the quick menu come up, so I'll double tap and I've got my quick menu, which gives me 6 shortcuts, so I can quickly flip the canvas or clear the layer. Things that you use more often you could put in there. And also we've got Art Studio Pro, which has enabled the double tap feature as well, and I've set it up for their quick menu. In Art Studio Pro it's really good because you've got 8 shortcuts. You can have up to 8, and I find this excellent in speeding up my workflow. Either in full screen or normal screen mode, I can use the double tap and get to those very quickly. And with the Apple Pencil too, it's got that flat edge, and originally I thought the double taps would have to be registered on that flat edge, but it's not the case. So if you're not going to hold that flat edge against your finger all the time, you can have it against your thumb or wherever. You can still double tap anywhere on the front part of the pencil and get to your menus. And the other thing, without the home button, you can use this little software home button, and it gives you shortcuts. So you can show your apps, volume up, volume down, control center. So you can either do it with your finger or with the Apple Pencil. And you can also change the settings of that. So it's under General. Accessibility. And Assistive Touch. That's turned on. So you can turn it off. That's gone. And you can customize it to where you want. So you can add more icons in there. And you can also just click on one and then it gives you options. So this one, say I wanted it for screenshot. Now I can take a screenshot. That's pretty cool. Okay, I just want to show the difference in power between the 2nd gen and the 2018 3rd gen iPad Pro in the 12.9. So for that I'll open up my favorite painting app, Art Studio Pro, and we'll make a canvas same size on both. So we'll make a 7,000 by probably 7,000 by 9,000 should be enough. That's quite a large canvas. And 300 dpi. So create that. And I think I've already got that on the 2nd gen. Next we need a big blending brush. So going to use What have we got here? I'm going to use Borodante's big brush. So same brush, same canvas, same size in pixels. So we've got a 3000 pixel brush. That's a bit difficult, 2 hands, but we'll give it a shot. So it's just I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but I can see definite difference in lag. Yeah, should be able to see that. And I mean, that's a ridiculous size brush, but if you're using even say 1000 pixel to 2000, like, the speed of that is awesome. And it's just, you can still see it. There's a little bit of lag there. And it's not the RAM, because the RAM's the same, and that should just affect the the layers. Yeah. Yeah, you can see that. Like, this is pretty much instant. It's only when you push it up to ridiculous levels, there's a little bit of lag there. But, you know, when are you going to use that 3000 pixel brush?
Alright, so which iPad Pro should I get? The 2018 brand new 3rd generation, or go for the 2017 iPad Pro 12.9 2nd generation? Obviously, the cons with the 2018 model are always going to be price, how expensive they are. Then the cons after that for me would be no headphone jack, slightly smaller battery. That's about it, to be honest. Like, the pros are the design. I love the design of this thing. I think just right. Like, I don't want it to go any more extreme than it is, because it's pretty tiny for a 12.9 screen drawing tablet. Like, it's crazy. It's got awesome sound on it, very good for watching media on it, surfing the web and all that stuff. It's got USB-C on it, which hopefully down the track is going to improve with iOS 13 coming out. I think that's going to really help if I can put in external monitors and have the software enable me to use it as an extra window or whatever. That would be really good. Obviously, the Apple Pencil 2, I think that's a big step up from Apple Pencil 1. As much as I loved the Apple Pencil, you know, after the initial getting used to it, it was still annoying, and I talked about it in my first review about the charging on it. Like, you get used to it, but it's just seemed like it still didn't change my mind that it was a dumb design. So charging it, either sticking it into the lightning port on the 2017 model, you know, and you had to remove the cap. Same as if you did a reboot or a update of the iOS, you'd have to resync it, and the same thing, you got to stick it back in for a few seconds and it resyncs. It's just a bit annoying. Like, and the other thing I didn't like was the smooth polished finish on it, because I live in a warm climate and it's slippery, like in your hand. So I had to put a pen grip on it to combat that. So that was all good. It was fine. I just think the Apple Pencil 2, if they did that to start with, magnetically attaching it to the side and charging, don't have to think about charging it. It just does it as soon as it's sitting there. So if you're looking at your painting and you just put your pencil on there to rest, because it's a natural thing to do too after a while when you're drawing and painting and you just want to have a little break, and you just put your pencil on top and it's charging, and it tells you, the icon comes up, tells you how much charge is left on the pencil as well. So I think that's a lot better, and you can plug it in just with one plug and it's charging the device with the USB-C charger, and it's charging your Apple Pencil at the same time. That's, I think, a way better idea and design. So yeah, the pros would definitely be the Apple Pencil 2. And I'm not sure 100%, but the surface of this 2018 screen is easier to clean than my 2017. So I'm not sure if the special coating they've put on the screen on the 2018 is different, or my 2017 model, after a period of time, that just naturally fades away. So it definitely seems to be less fingerprint, like you just don't get the greasy fingerprints. You can just wipe it clean like very easily. There's no scrubbing it to get the fingerprints off. Also, the pencil on the screen just feels nicer as well. So it could be a combination of things why that is, like the feedback of it just feels a bit nicer to me drawing and painting on it. So all those things are really good positives for me. Now, if your budget doesn't allow you to stretch that far, 2017 model is a great device for creating art content. Definitely wouldn't hesitate recommending the 2017 model. Really good, especially if you're moving up from a older 9.7 or the 2018 iPad, because you can use a normal Apple Pencil on that. That's a cheap option as well. If you're moving from something like that and you want the 12.9 screen, then a 2017 model obviously is going to be a far cheaper way to go. Didn't have time to cover all the great art creative apps that are available on the iPad Pro, or the ones in particular that I like to use and would recommend. That could be another video. If you'd like to see a video on that, please leave some comments and questions below. Maybe give me a thumbs up for this one. And if you like to see more of my artwork, you can see my artwork or follow me on Instagram. It's SCP Art at Instagram. Most of my personal work will be on Instagram. Also, if you got any comments or questions on the brand new iPad Pro 2018 model or my old 2017 model, please don't hesitate to ask. And I could even do that in my next video if there's enough questions, or questions that I find a bit too hard to answer by writing. Might be easier to explain on a video. Okay guys, thanks for watching.